Okay, so when we're actually using the machine, we're going to bring our product in through this pipe. We are going to bring our CO2 in automatically through here, but when we're filling, this is actually going to be closed. The product will be coming in pre-pressurized to a set pressure, usually 2 to 3 bar, depending on how much carbonation the current product you're using has. As we're bringing our product in, we're going to set our fill speed by adjusting how much counter pressure we let out. We also have 2 fill probes, 2 electric fill probes inside of here that are going to determine your low and high fills. So when it's calling for product, before it has touched both sensors, it will vent gas out. Once it gets to about halfway or 3/4 of the way full and the liquid has touched both sensors, the solenoid to let the CO2 in will open. The solenoid to let the CO2 out will close, and as you're filling bottles, it'll make up the loss of product with CO2 pressure. When you put a bottle in, or 2 bottles in for this one, we will put 2 bottles in, we will hit our start button, the door will close, and the pedestals will lift up. The first thing that will happen is we will put a small amount of gas in, and then we will create a vacuum. This unit uses a Venturi vacuum, so positive air pressure in order to create the vacuum. We're going to use a Venturi. We're going to suck that little bit of CO2 and the oxygen in the bottle out. On a double pre-evac, we'll do that twice. On a single, we'll do it 1 time. It will gas the bottle, vacuum the bottle. In a single pre-evac, it will then pressurize the bottle, get equivalent pressure to the bowl, and once that happens, a spring will release and allow the valve to start filling. The piston will always lift up and open, but until the bottle has reached counter pressure, the fill valve will not allow product to come out. Only CO2 will come out if there is a bad seal on the bottle. It will fill the bottle until the cut length of the fill spout on the inside. Once the product level reaches the base of the fill spout and the gas cannot get out of the bottle, the fill will stop. Once the fill stops, you will then have this piston come down and it will degas the pressure that's in the head of the bottle. You can set and customize all of these times to be longer or shorter, depending on your production rate, the fill volume, and how much pressure you need to degas. Once the product level goes into the bottle and reaches the low level probe, the CO2 in solenoid will close, the vent will open. We generally provide a pneumatic pump with these units that once the pressure goes below the set pressure of the pneumatic pump will start to move product in based on how much gas you vent out of the bowl. And again, once the fill level gets reached, the CO will start adding counter pressure, we will stop venting. The counter pressure you add will overcome the pneumatic pump and stop your fill.